If you're creating content for your business to get views, you are doing it wrong. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sam and I run a content marketing agency here in Sydney with my partner. Running a content marketing agency means I am on social media every single day as a consumer and a creator for both myself and clients. And in this time, I've learned some hard truths about what content actually attracts the right audience, particularly for service-based businesses. And today I'm going to share the 5 key lessons that most businesses, they don't want to hear about content creation, but need to know to make it work. So let's get right into it. Lesson number 1, education over entertainment. Now, most content falls under 2 main types, entertainment or education. Entertainment is purely designed to make you watch it. Think like those trends, the funny videos, cat videos, viral videos. If you watch it till the end, then it's done its job at entertaining. For education content, people watch it because they want to learn something. The whole point is to gain knowledge and improve your current situation. And now when we look at business content, most people think,
oh, it's okay, like the funny entertaining stuff gets me reach, and then they'll come and they'll watch my education stuff.
In reality, what actually happens is that the people who want the entertainment content, they just want more entertainment. And the people who want education content actually want more education. Now, a quick note that yes, more people will want to be entertained. Being entertained is something we all want. So the harsh reality is that accounts that are entertaining are probably going to have more views. But remember, not all views do good for your business. They're not all created equal. So what you choose to do will depend on what your business is and what your goal is. You need to decide what type of content is going to work and attract the people you want to work with in the future. Key example, I help people in the digital marketing space. So I want to be making content to teach business owners about the parts of digital marketing that I know about. And ultimately, I want to work with and attract people who value learning about marketing and growing their business. If I was to make entertaining content, I would only be attracting people who want to watch my videos for the entertainment value. They're not the people who want to learn and grow their business, and they're probably not who I really want to work with. So questions to ask yourself is, who do I want to attract? And what outcome do I want from my audience? Because that's ultimately going to help you decide what type of content you make. If you're aiming for quick wins, for likes, shares, virality, then your content needs to be highly entertaining or emotionally resonate with people. And this can work for some businesses, for example, like restaurants or product-based businesses where volume is very important. The downside to this is that you're going to need to keep producing this type of content to retain that audience. If you're in a professional service-based business like me, and you want a long-term, loyal audience who values learning and improvement, and who ultimately might become your clients, then educational content is your best bet. Lesson number 2. You versus me content. Now, what do I mean by this? If you're already making content for your business, you know that it can feel quite heavy and deflating when it doesn't seem to be working. It's like no one cares about you and who you are and what you do. And to be honest, they don't care. Harsh truth, I know, but when making content, you have to give them a reason to care. I view content in 2 categories for this. You content is creating content purely for the benefit of the viewer with nothing expected in return. It's teaching them something so valuable that they then choose to follow you to get more of that high value content. Example of you content is this video. It's designed to give you information that will benefit you in your business and marketing journey, and I am not expecting anything in return. I just hope that it helps you along the way. Alex Hormozi is a perfect example of highly valuable you content, as you can see right here. Now, me content is about creating to build a genuine emotional connection with people. It invites people into your world, and this is where you start to provide more personal stories and vulnerabilities that help your audience relate to you at a human level whilst still giving them value. A perfect example of this is a vlog like Daniel Dallin's, where you get to peek into his daily life, into his habits, his challenges, his wins, and it shows the story behind your business and the person behind the business. Although a vlog is a great way to build connection, I would say starting with 100% you content means that you're providing value first before you then earn trust and connection. Once you have some growth and traction, then you can start sharing more me content so that your audience already has a reason to care. Lesson number 3. effective production is greater than overproduction. Now, I am someone who loves a nice looking video, and I do put a decent amount of effort into making what I do look good on a production scale. And on social media these days, it can be very tempting to fall into the trap of editing a video with so much going on to maintain attention. But what I found since editing both my own and clients' content, as well as consuming a lot of other people's content, is that effective production beats overproduction any day. Editing and the filming setup that you choose to use should enhance the effectiveness of the message and not detract from it. For example, some common mistakes that I've made in the past include having music that is too loud in the background or irrelevant to the piece of content when it could have been better without music at all. Or say the visuals are distracting. Maybe we use too many transitions instead of focusing on data visualizations or labels that would have helped understand the concept better. So some questions to ask yourself when you're editing, or if you're sending it off to someone and reviewing: what would help my audience understand this concept better? And does the edit enhance that or detract from the message? And that will help give you some answers to what is overproduction. Sticking with the production theme, lesson number 4 is that your pre-production should be greater than your post-production. This is a huge lesson I learned very early on in our business, but it is still a reminder I have to give myself every time I go and prepare content. I know for a fact that the more energy I invest into researching and preparing for a video, the better and the faster it will be to edit, particularly if you're making educational content. I've honestly saved hours and hours of editing time because we had good scripts, good structure, clarity on the message, a clear vision for the edit, all done before I even sat down to film. So what does this look like practically? 3 things. Spend time researching and knowing your topic because you can't teach it if you don't know it. Script effectively for the way that you work best. Dot points if you're good on the fly, or word for word if you're better with a script or a teleprompter. And then visualize the edit and map it out in a brief of some sort. I use Notion to do this for both myself and all of our clients, and it can be super simple, but references always help, especially if you're working with an editor or for referencing when you're showing a client what you want to achieve. Finally, lesson number 5. Assume less rather than assuming more. I had a teacher in high school that used to say that to assume is to make an ass out of you and me. And as lame as that joke is, it is true. We have to remind ourselves that not everyone knows who we are. And to be honest, most people probably don't know who you are. And that's why we have marketing. So even if you've got 100,000 followers on Instagram or subscribers on YouTube, somebody might be watching your video for the first time. To make this practical, for long form YouTube, for example, this means you always introduce yourself, why they should listen to you, what makes you the person who can talk on this topic. Explain any references. If you refer to a movie or something from one of your previous videos, you don't want people to feel left out. That's not going to help them feel included in your community. And ultimately, people on the outside are not people who buy. It's people on the inside who buy from you. And we do want clients, right? And the last thing I like to do is pretend that everything you make is going to somebody who doesn't know who you are. So with short form content, you can look at this from a knowledge perspective. You can ask yourself, if someone watched this video for the first time and had never heard of the concept before, would they understand? When you assume that your audience knows less about the topic that you're sharing or about you yourself, you will start to think more about how to simplify concepts and help more people. And when you make content so people who don't know you can enjoy it, more people will enjoy it, and ultimately you'll start to attract the right people for your business. So that brings us to the end of the 5 lessons, and to quickly recap: number 1, education over entertainment. You attract what you share. Number 2, you versus me content. Start with you content made just for your audience, then slowly introduce me content over time. Number 3, effective production, not overproduction. Make sure your edits enhance, not detract from your message. Number 4, pre-production over post-production. A good plan makes lighter work later. And number 5, assume less, not more. Make content as if someone is watching your video for the very first time and has no idea who you are. That's it, guys. If you found this helpful, I'd love if you could leave me a thumbs up. And if you want to keep seeing more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. And thank you so much for watching.